She has. But you're a speaker. You're a biter. You are. Let the Lord use it. Let the Lord take those things, because in our hands, they're deadly. In my hands, my nature is destructive. In his hands, it's amazing. He takes those things where I am weak and becomes strong. How? I don't know. He doesn't tell me, because probably I'd want to help. He didn't tell me squat about it. He just does it. Quit measuring. Quit thinking. Then he says, he goes on and he's talking about all the things in the world we lean to find answers. Why do we do that? And even though this was written a couple thousand years ago, we haven't stopped all of these measures. We still go to divination, we still use witchcraft, we still use forms of outside sources. And do they work? I got news for you, they do. They work. The problem is they are not eternal in the way that you want it to be. The eternal that comes with that is the price you don't want to pay. What do they work off of? How do they work, and how do they function in a way that's truth? You're cheap. You can't answer. And it's not fair. How does it work? It works off familiar spirits. Everybody has angels. You also have familiar spirits. Okay? Now, understand, just like there are preachers who just found a job, there's also those who are into reading cards, those that are in fortune telling, those in witchcraft, those in whatever, that also just found a hobby. And then there are those who they're actually usually prophets if they'd followed the Lord, but they didn't. So they take the gift God's given them and pervert it in another direction. They're dangerous. Why? I can sit and wait, HD or not. Why would that be dangerous? Think about it. Somebody found a job and somebody is in their job, in their niche. Even a perverted gift works. Gifts from God are without repentance. That means he doesn't take them back. You flow in the Spirit. That means you hear, you know, you work at a different level. That makes them dangerous because they do hear, which gives them what? More street cred. That's what it does. That means they hear the Spirit more accurately. That means when they make predictions, they seem to be more accurate. But what is God saying? I'm going to blow it all up. Their stuff's temporary. Mine's permanent. Their stuff is because when you go, it's just like preachers. Are you really good at what you do? Can you really tell the future? Can you tell me what's going to happen? Oh, yes. Which one of them says, I'm not that good? None of them. Just like preachers, they don't either. They don't. So who says that? That'd be stupid. What did they say? You can read their signs. Future's told here. Answers here. Resolve. Love life. Money. Relationship. All your answers you need right here. Who is tempted to, when we see it, to wonder? Everybody. Everybody. Have you ever gone? No? You're an anomaly. Huh? Have you ever gone? Yeah. Have you ever gone? I know you have. Yeah? Yeah? I've gone. And the answers she gave me, were they accurate? Huh? It's accurate enough that I don't question. Accurate enough that it didn't make me say, oh, I knew it was wrong, but that really didn't matter because we were in Atlantic City. So I'm already in Atlantic City. Why stop now? So I'm already where I shouldn't be. Let's just go for the whole thing. That's the truth. That's the truth. So the things she said, now at that point I was what? I think I was about 22, 23, somewhere in there. I had one child then, and that was all I was going to have because that was painful. Yes, I did. I didn't have to remember the exact pain. I understand the principle of you desire your husband, not what he delivered. And she said I would have 4, no 5, 4, no 5 babies. That alone told me she was crazy. Now that I have 5, what should I say? Exactly. Was she right? She literally was chasing me because after she started talking, once she got to the 5 baby parts, I was like, I gotta go. I was out of it. I am trying to leave and she's trying to pull me back. No, there's so much more to tell you. I'm not interested now. That 5 baby bit, no, I'm done. No, you're gonna have 5. I'm not. No, it's painful. So I had 5. Now what? Was she right? They deal in familiar spirits. That means one thing. If you really prayed and loved Jesus, you would have the time off. That's right. How many people here have been shamed by him because they had to work or go to school or do something besides here? I'm making sure he eats it.
We're short a black man here. I've gotten those texts.
Exactly. Okay, so what she told me was correct. How do I measure that? She said, you'll be married 3 times. I didn't plan on divorcing. I'm on my 3rd. Because when my husband came home with the new wife from Panama, that didn't really go over so well. So after 14 years of marriage, was she right? Understand that those are the 2 things she was right about. You know how many more she was wrong? I don't know where, oh, here they are. You know how many more things she was wrong about? No problem. Number 5. How many was she wrong about? Many. There were a lot of things said. The only other thing said that she said I'd die at 76. That's too long to go. It's too long. So that one's yet to see. The reality is this. Don't look at it as, well, hit and miss. No, what God is saying is he's sending Jesus Christ who's never wrong. Jesus who is the rock, the cornerstone. What God's saying is what I'm giving to you is permanent forever and will not lie, will not miss. Familiar spirits only know so much. You know what they feed into? Flesh. How important is it to learn how to read them? If you're a prophet, that's the best part of what you've come out of. I don't have to train her to do that stuff. How important is it? Very. Oh, wait a minute. We have to have this. We have to. We're on.
I can hear you. It's important.
So it's very important because we need to know when it's God talking or when it's the familiar spirit that is trying to waver us the other way.
If I'm up here and I'm prophesying to you, who do you want to hear from? Familiar spirits or God? How do you know the difference? Don't. That's where, and the reason is, put your faith in no man but in God and God alone. I know that I know. My father says, my children know my voice. A stranger's voice they'll not follow. So that means, prophetically, do we move? Absolutely. Did I have to learn the difference between man, spirit, God? Yep. Was it easy? Nope. Who seemed right more often? No, the familiar spirits. Because God's stuff took a while. Patience is not my virtue. So if it's not immediate, if we can't see it right away, how hard is it to believe? All the promises God's made to us, all of them. Wouldn't it be easier if he made a promise and tomorrow he did it? Wouldn't that be great? Why didn't he do that? I don't like that word sometimes. You do. You've got a lot to learn. You do. How to separate you from him. Everything written here is written to my spirit, not my flesh. What this is about is my flesh getting out of the way and dying. My flesh not seeking its, but allowing my spirit to seek after God and God alone. It's called, I had to discipline me and fight me. When I hear familiar spirits, I had to learn. In the beginning, was it exciting? Heck yeah. And then I realized, wait a minute, something ain't right. Oh, there's many voices. And I'm not schizo. There's many, and there are. You've noticed in prayer lines when we're doing them, I'll separate people. I'm separating for the simple reason of I hear, if I have you two close together, I'm going to hear both of your familiar spirits. And you. I'm going to hear both of you. That gets, I'm too old to try to decipher. Way too old. You separate them, then I only hear one. I hear your familiar spirit, I hear you, and I hear the Father. Now how do I divide? How?
A 7-inch paring knife.
God, you knew. He said a 7-inch paring knife. I did marry a Puerto Rican, you know.